Educating the nation. Education in India was not given much attention for a long time. Most people were poor and could not afford schooling. Despite these challenges, many Indian reformers and British officials understood that education was necessary for progress. They believed that knowledge could help people improve their lives, become self reliant, and contribute to society. The British and some Indian reformers had different ideas about education. This led to two schools of thought: Orientalists and Anglicists. There was a big debate on how education should be given in India. Some people thought that Indian culture, languages, and traditions should be taught, while others believed that education should be based on English and Western sciences. The Orientalists believed that Indian knowledge systems were rich and valuable. They wanted students to learn in Sanskrit, Persian, and Arabic. They also wanted to preserve India's ancient literature, history, and philosophy. William Jones and Warren Hastings were strong supporters of this view. On the other hand, Anglicists, led by Lord Macaulay, argued that education should be in English and focus on Western sciences and literature. Lord Macaulay believed that education should produce English speaking Indians who could work for the British government as clerks, translators, and officials. This would help the British run their administration smoothly. The lack of a clear education policy resulted in poor education. This led to the formation of a new education policy called Wood's Dispatch 1854. This policy suggested building more schools, training teachers, and using English for higher studies while keeping local languages for primary education. It aimed to provide basic education to more Indians. Universities were established in Calcutta, Madras, and Bombay. But these universities were mainly for wealthy families, and poor children still did not get proper education. Even though the British tried to improve education, many Indian schools lacked funds, and local learning traditions were not given much importance. The focus remained on English education for government jobs rather than practical learning. Many Indian thinkers criticized the system. Mahatma Gandhi felt that British education made Indians feel inferior and disconnected from their roots. He believed education should include practical skills alongside traditional academics. He advocated for vocational training and fostering self reliance. He believed that education should help students become independent and contribute to the society. Rabindranath Tagore had a different vision. He founded Shanti Niketan in 1901. Unlike British style schools that focused only on exams, Tagore's Shanti Niketan encouraged creativity. It was built in a peaceful, open environment where students could learn freely, explore nature, and develop original thinking. Tagore did not reject Western education entirely. He wanted students to learn modern subjects like science and technology, but also understand Indian literature, music, and philosophy. After India gained independence in 1947, the government made many efforts to improve education. However, problems like lack of proper funding and expensive private schools made education difficult for many children. Despite difficulties, India has made great progress in education. More children now go to school than ever before. Government programs like Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and the Right to Education Act have helped improve literacy rates. To truly develop, education must be accessible to all. More investment in education will help shape India's future. Education is the key to a better future. If every child in India gets a good education, the country will grow stronger and more successful. The government and society must work together to provide quality education for all.